Hey guys. So I'm gonna just tell you, right? Simply, why people don't make money, online. People want to come online. Of course, everybody want to make money. There's a lot of people in the industry, but only a few people are actually making money. Okay, so a lot of people don't have business sense. Okay, a lot of people they don't have the business sense, and when I say business sense, I mean that they don't understand where money comes from. They don't understand how to provide a service. They don't understand how to provide. They don't know how to provide. They don't know how to provide a service or a product to people. They don't know where money comes from. They don't understand money. Okay, so it's kind of hard, for them to make money. Right now I met someone that told me, they haven't made money in like 8 years, and they've been online for like 8 years. And I'm like, well, what have you been doing? Oh, he bought course after course after course after course. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like me. And I said, yeah, I bought course after course, but I did it for about 2 years. And I said, enough is enough. I had to really find out how to do this shit, because I wasn't going to be 6 7 8 years trying to figure this shit out. So he said that he's been trying to make money. And I said, what have you been doing? Have you learned business? Have you learned took time to learn a business skill? Have you took time to get education? Have you took time to learn where money come from? He said no. So immediately, I said, well, that's the problem. You got to have business sense. That's like, you being a doctor, and you was a basketball player, but now you want to be a doctor. Now you're not just going to automatically go into the doctor's office or the doctor and start being a doctor. You got to gain the skill now of being a doctor, right? Simple as that. So it's the same thing. So if you're coming from an employee mindset, you got to become a business owner. You have to now become a business owner. Okay, you now have to become a business owner. That means you got to take some time to gain the skill of being in business for yourself, literally. Okay, so if you never do that, you're gonna keep buying courses, joining businesses. All the business that say, "Oh, give me $100, you make 1,000. Give me $200, you make 500." You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always continue to chase that dollar instead of chasing a dream. Okay, it's different. Instead of you chasing a dollar, you're actually chasing a dream. See, that's what I was doing when I first started online. I started chasing a dollar, like, oh, I gotta make money, gotta make money. I was joining everything, like, oh, I'm gonna join this now, this look good, this can make me money. Oh yeah, this guy said if I give him $100, I'm gonna turn to 10,000. Oh yeah, let me get that, let me do the maxing out credit cards all day long. Okay, maxing out my unemployment checks and everything. Okay, but what happened was I wasn't making no money. I made $15, and I don't even know how I made $15, but I didn't make the money because I couldn't even set up the merchant account, because I needed money to now set up the merchant account to get the money out. So fuck it, I didn't make no money. Right, in about 2 years, spent over 35 grand. Right, just spinning my head, spinning my wheels. It wasn't until I got with the right people, I got connected with the right people, and the right people were like, you know what, this is what you got to do. But what happened was I had to pay the right people. Nothing's free. People think they can start a business for free. They can't. Being online is the same thing as going to college, same thing as going to a job, the same thing, except you can create your own income, you can create your own time, you can create your own, schedule, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? You can have more time with your family, you can have more freedom with your children, you can do more things. That's just really the difference. You still gotta work. You still gotta work your ass off. You still gotta do things that you don't want to do. You just gotta make it work, my friend. So, when people come online and I say, what kind of education? I don't have any education. I don't got money for education. Then you're really a lost cause. You're really a lost cause, because if you're not willing to invest in yourself to start, then you'll never make it. If you're not willing to invest, I'm not talking about joining a program. I'm not talking about joining the next program that's promising you 100,000. I'm talking about getting education. I'm talking about, my friend, getting the right education to understand how to build you, how to get a message, how to brand you, how to get people following, how to get people liking you, how to get people trusting you. Strangers. Literally, strangers to pay you. You got to figure out who's got your money, where your money at, where you going to look at for your money. This, my friend, is the skill set that you need. This is why I created my success level coaching, because I seen a lot of people doing the same thing I was doing, and I said, you know what, I'm going to create and education. Now, this is basic education that you need. But if you never master the basics, you ain't gonna never make money. You need to understand list building. You need to understand, marketing. You need to understand business. You need to understand where money comes from. You need to understand people. You need to understand what your message is, in the marketplace. And if you never master these simple things, you will never make money. But the ultimate thing that you got to master, my friend, is you. Mastering your emotions, okay? I'm learning that right as we speak. Mastering your emotions, okay? Mastering your thoughts, okay? Mastering, my friend, your personal development. See, that's free, right? That's free. See, the business costs, so you can implement the stuff. But that's free to develop. You can listen to Tony Robbins on YouTube for the next 20 years. You can listen to Eric Thomas on YouTube for the next 20 years and develop yourself. You can read books for the next 20 years and develop yourself, right? For free. Okay, but the free part is what people miss completely. That's what I missed. I didn't understand business. I didn't understand that, if I could have 500 people paying me every month, I can achieve some financial success. But how do I get 500 people paying me a month? I gotta become a person that people want to follow. I gotta become a person that people see as an influence. I gotta become a person, of expertise. I gotta become a person of consistency. I gotta become a person of knowing where I'm going. I got to become a person of a vision. I got to become a person with a worthy goal. I have to become who I want to attract. Okay? If I want to attract people that got money, that want to spend money with me, I got to spend money on me. Most people miss this boat. I tell you guys, you need at least $1,000. At least 1,000. You need at least $1,000, okay, to get some education, and that's just basic education. Education from $1,000 to $10,000 online, okay, and that, my friend, will save you a lot of headache of wasting a lot of money. Now you may say, I don't have 10,000, but guess what? Over the months and the years of you joining everything, you done spent 10 grand. Easy, without you even knowing. So over the months and the years of you trying to make money, you done spent 40 grand. Why? Because now every time you get paid, I'm gonna join this. When I get this, I'm gonna do this. When I get my taxes, I'm gonna do this. When I do my taxes, I'm gonna do that. You know, spend 40 grand. So why not just get the 40 grand now or the 10 grand now to invest so you can learn, so you can save a lot of headache. So this is why people are not making money. Simple as that. This is exactly why people are not making money, guys. People want it to just like a casino. They just want to put money in and hopefully money comes out. Nobody wants to learn. Nobody wants to take the time. Nobody wants to take the energy. Nobody really wants to take the money, to do it. Only 1% want to do it. I'm telling you, only 1% of people want to do it. And I consider myself one of the 1%, guys, especially if you made over $250,000 online. I consider myself one of those people. I made over $250,000, you know what I'm saying, in online marketing, you know what I'm saying? So literally, literally, guys, but I had to spend money too. Tons of money, lost tons of money, lost tons of relationships, built a lot of relationships, been in a bunch of systems and shit. That's why I created my own. I said, why keep paying somebody else when I can pay myself and I know the stuff and I'm teaching them the same stuff that I can teach them in my own shit and get 100% commission. And that's what it's about, guys, and that's what I always teach people as well. Focus on your own product. You could teach people how to get 5 leads a day. People will pay you $25 for that. People pay you $25 all day to learn how to generate 5 leads a day. 5 leads a day, guys, that can literally blow your business up if you have the right leads. So the choice really is yours, guys. I'm going to a family function. I'm literally in the back of my of my backyard. So you want to make money, guys, first develop. first educate. It's the only way. SuccessLevelCoaching.com.